Good morning, everyone. This is a CCNA series, and today topic is related from endpoints. To understand role and functions of endpoints, we should have a common understanding what is endpoints, what is the meaning of endpoints, and how looks like. But by default, you know about this. If you don't know have a meaning about this, but you are familiar with endpoints, everybody in this world, scientific worlds, we can say that we cannot live with endpoints. Clear? So what will be the endpoints? We should search in Google. Here, look at this type of figure, you got more points such as computers, laptop, smartphones, any other devices. There are many devices and try to access the company's network. Clear? Try to access this via a router, via switches. Clear? Bridge. There are many things. These devices. Here, trust in endpoint security. So it provide a best. It secure your data sometime, and we will delve deeply to understand endpoints. What is the endpoints? So first we should understand what is the main points of endpoints. Clear? What it does? What is it? It is just as a laptop, a smartphone. Clear? Any other device we use to access. And why we use to access network, to access network. Clear? Which network? Company's network. So if it is used to access network, then it has more functionality, more jobs, more role and function there will be. So we can say that there are many things in role to understand. Basically we can say that this device, laptop, smartphone, PC, there are many things which used to send and receive information. Clear? It is used to send and receive information. Clear? Data. First, with the help of this line, we can say that what will be the role. Now you should think about this. What will be a role? How, which term we should use to define the role and function? Clear? Now, one point, because these endpoints interact with network, so we can say that it is used to provide framework, to provide framework. Which type of framework? To interact with network, to interact with network. Clear? Now that means endpoints provide, because when we go here it is used to connect to access the network. Why we use to access the network? Because we want to send our data, our information, and we are available to receive the information, to store the information. Clear? This is the way we use. So endpoints has a more important role to define own features. So in meanwhile we can say that it is also used to store data. Clear? To store data, to retrieve data. Now that means if we receive the data, if endpoint receives the data and sends the data, that means it has a more capability to save our data. That means we can say that it is used to keep our data safe, to keep our data safe. Clear? So we can say that there are more points of endpoint devices. In real scenario we use this type of functionality, this type of role, because it allow us to send and receive data, interact with network, keep our data secure, store our information. So we can say that without endpoints we would not be able to access the network, we would not be able to use apps, we would not be able to connect to networks. So without endpoints we would not be able to these points interact with network, to store data, to keep safe our data. Clear? To use and receive information, to send information. Without endpoint it will not be possible. Clear? Now so we can same statement we can say that there are many functions, many roles. Clear? There are many roles. So we can say that endpoints such as desktop, laptops, IoT, there are many things. Clear? So if we talk about a role, what will be the role of endpoints? Role of endpoints, what will be the role of? We can say if endpoints originate the data and terminate the data, that means it is used to send and receive the data, then we can say that one points will be data origination and termination. Now second point will be because it is used to interact with network, so we can say that one point user interaction. Clear? Now third point will be because it is used to access the network, so then we can say that it works as network access points. Clear? Now because it is used to share, send and receive data, so we can say that one point will be resource sharing. These are the common point. So in same way we can say that what will be the functions of, what will be the functions of. In same manner we can say that because it is used to resource sharing role of it, then we can say that function is data storage and retrieval. Function will be data storage and retrieval. Clear? To keep our data safe, security information enforcement. There are many points. If we talk about functionality in same things in other way. First point we can say that data storage and retrieval. Second point will be because to use safe and keep safe data, secure data, so we can say that user authentication and authorization. Authorization. Now and any other points, because it is provide security, just as security, enforcing security measures such as authentication, encryption. Here authorize and verify the user, so we can say that one more point, security, enforcement. Now what will be the, because it is used to interact with the network, then share and send and receive data, so it will be use network communication. Clear? Because it is used to exchange data packets, participate in network protocols, communicate with other devices. Now look at this figure here. This is a in devices. Clear? This is a in devices, and they want to connect with network. Here they want to connect with network. So sometimes we use firewall here, but endpoints has functionality, has capability to receive and to send data, to receive to provide communication infrastructure, to provide framework to keep safe our data, to store data. There is many functionality with endpoints because endpoints directly connected with users. It is endpoints because in today's network we use one term GTNA, mostly ZTNA, but we can say GTNA, Zero Trust Network Access. Why we use? Because this is mandatory to every devices. We cannot trust you. So endpoints is the first edge devices. It is the edge devices. It is used to receive and send data. It is used to access the network. It is to share the resources. If you talk about security enforcement, then it play a crucial role in enforcing security measures such as authentication, authorization and authentication, accountability. We use software, antivirus, firewalls, other security mechanisms. They help protect the network from unauthorized access, malware, other threats with the help of. It is also used to store and retrieve data because it works as a local servers, local storage device. It works as a local storage device because it is directly connected to the network. So we can say that it facilitates data storage and access for users and application. If you talk about user authentication, authorization, that means it handles user authentication process, verifying users identity and granting appropriate access privilege based and predefined authorization rule. There are many rules. Cisco IS we can use, NAC service we can use, because we cannot allow in our network without permission. So we have a predefined rules who can access our network infrastructure, who cannot access our infrastructure. There will be rule, without identity, without checking, without authorization. How any can access the network? That is not discipline. So we will be disciplined. So we use the term GTNA, Zero Trust Network Access, which is very useful. Cisco IS provide this functionality with the help of AAA. We will delve in detail in upcoming classes for AAA. So endpoints is directly connected to network, which is very useful device and system. Edge of the network directly interact directly with user external networks. It serves as a access points. Clear? Facilitate network communication, enable user interaction, perform data processing task, enforce security measures. There are many points within the network we use. Clear? So this is the endpoints meaning, role and functionality. Both everything are the same things, but what will be the role, what will be the functions, it is the point. Clear? Here role, ROLE. Clear? Now we have discussed more points about endpoints which play a critical role in network communication and are the center to functioning of a network. There are many points. Keep data safe, to provide framework used to send and receive data. Without endpoint would not be able to keep our data safe, to store data, to provide the framework, to interact with the network. There are many points. So this point very helpful to interact, to understand deeply. And we will talk about new things related network fundamental. And so wait and watch. Thank you guys.